So I went to go edit the video for like the pickup and stuff like that of getting it transported, and it was all just road noise. So I have had the phone call. The Cressida is now in Perth. Just road noise. It's been through quarantine, it's come off the truck and it's all ready for me to pick up. So I'm just going to give you a rundown of what sort of happened and things like that after obviously I went to Sydney and decided to buy the car. After I got back from Sydney, worked out a price I was happy to pay, spoke to the owner, did a couple of checks on the car. So I did a PPSR check, which is the registry in Australia which checks for any encumbrance. So if the car's on a car loan and the car loan hasn't been paid out, then technically the bank still owns it and they can take it off for you. And it also checks for any stolen records and stuff like that. After I did one of those, it did come up as stolen, but it was stolen back in 2014. Spoke to the owner. He was like, look, I don't know anything about that. I've licensed it. It's been through multiple owners since that time. Contacted the New South Wales Police. Super helpful. Lady on the phone was fantastic. She just said to me, look, it has been cleared. It's all fine on our records. Don't worry about it. It's definitely not listed as stolen anymore. So, fantastic. Once we agreed on price, obviously I purchased the car. Then I had to work out how I'm going to get it from the eastern states. 3,000 odd kilometers across to the west coast. Looked at a few different companies. There are obviously big companies that transport a lot of the new vehicles and stuff like that, but I had a lot of trouble with those because they wouldn't allow anything inside the car, and the previous owner has lots of spare parts, so I was like, I definitely want to be able to get a hold of those. It's definitely something worthwhile. Obviously being not a very common car, it's worthwhile having as many spares as I can get a hold of while I can. And there was one company that seemed like it would do what I wanted for a reasonable price. Organised all the transport, spoke to them, spoke to the owner. The owner, once the payment went through and once the transport company confirmed they were going to pick it up, oh, it had to be raised. Obviously, there's no way it's going to get on a truck at how low it was. So it did get raised for transport, just so the clearance was enough. Once I got on the trailer, previous owner sent me a couple of photos, actually sent me heaps of photos. I was really happy with how many photos he sent me. Also did a whole lot of paperwork, just confirmation to say that I purchased the car, because unfortunately interstate, it doesn't work the same. So we had to sort of, I had to be able to prove that I'd purchased the car and purchased the car legally and transferred money and etc, etc. So he was really helpful like that. And so the transport company picked it up and then it sat at their holding yard for possibly 3 weeks. Unfortunately, it was over the Easter break, so there was a lot of public holidays and they didn't work those days. So she just sat in a holding yard for a couple of weeks, which was a little bit hard. I spoke to the transport company on a Tuesday. They told me car will be here by Friday. Brilliant, have the car for the weekend. Called them on Friday and I was like, hey, what's going on? Where's the car? They apologized and just said, look, the car didn't leave until Thursday. You should see it Monday. Okay, cool. Called them Monday, said it would be due tonight. So fantastic. Called Tuesday and they didn't know what was going on. The company was based in Sydney, so they gave me the contact phone number for the guy locally. I called him, he said, look, car's not due here until tomorrow. Truck driver had a laydown day, so when they work a certain amount of days, they have to have a day off. Otherwise they don't get a break. No problem, cool. Just let me know when it arrives. He said, yeah, should be tomorrow, should be lunchtime, no problems. Wednesday rolls around. So it's over a week since I was told it would actually be leaving, and at 2 p.m. the guy calls me and he said it has arrived. Pretty stoked, got to leave work a little bit early to go and pick it up. There she is. This is first startup. And it's flat. No, it's not. Hello, pretty lady. Woo!
so freaking excited. I feel like a kid.